Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey! Hurry up, let's go!
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Let's go,
now it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown from 3 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Ryan on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
There we go. Four down. Got it. 280. Line 51.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, 4 down.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Ryan on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Stephon Tuitt able to drop him for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Gun. Ready! Black 25! Hey, express!
On 2nd down, Ryan. This is caught. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 50. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
All right, let's go get it now, all right?
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Ben on third and long. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Get up! Hey, got it. Blue 80.
To throw on second down. Ryan escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready, 280. 54, south.
Ryan now to throw on third down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the second.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and, of course, that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, you know, the top 5, it's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who would you take number 1 in a fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top 2 picks. Johnson missed all of last season with a wrist injury, and with potentially a rookie quarterback there and a little bit of a rebuild, he may get more work than he can possibly handle. Todd Gurley was a beast for L.A. last year, running it and catching it. But how about a rookie by the name of Saquon Barkley with the Giants? I think he'll get a ton of touches. And Alvin Kamara, he showed what he could do last year, both running it and catching it. And don't forget, returning it as well.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when you're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He'll buy some time right. Looking deep for Julio. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Got it. 25.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
They will run again with Coleman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Get up.
Coleman. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
That's it, baby. Hey, let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule.
Get up.
Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Gun. Ready, blue 80. Like 25. Hey. Gun. 11. Ready, go.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, 28 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Roethlisberger to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. Now Ryan. The throw to the left side caught by Coleman. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
To throw is Ryan. And now another one thrown incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Ryan to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. loss of about 8. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. James has got it, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say: get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot.